Your mistakes do not define who you are or who you can be. How many times in your life have you made mistakes and it could be a month, a year, 10, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and that mistake you made keeps on getting thrown back in your face? I find that the committee of they, or what I call society, the committee of they, is very judgmental. And when we make a mistake, there is people in our lives that we currently associate with that will constantly bring up the fact, do you remember that time when you did this? Look what the end result was. And look, a lot of times when people bring up that stuff, it's because you're talking on a more positive front or optimistic front, and you're saying you want to accomplish this, or you really found that you really enjoyed this information you just learned. And people are, it seems, wired to be negative, to pull you back down to where their mindset is or where their mind shift is not at. They haven't gotten the ability or the mental strength to shift in their mindset and have a good conversation with you about what it is that you've just brought up. So bottom line, people constantly bring up your mistakes. So the answer to that, and this will be a really short video, the answer to that is to change that association. And it's going to be the resounding theme for 2021 for many of us that are out pivoting, trying to continue to level up, and not just trying, actually accomplishing. I'll correct that. Those that are trying, sometimes they're not reaching any pinnacle levels of climbing because their associations are constantly dragging them back. They're constantly bringing up the mistakes. Do you remember this one time, Dwight, when you did this and did that and what the outcome was? Are you sure you want to put yourself in that position again? Are you sure you want to take that kind of risk? Are you sure you want to put your family through that? Why would you want to do that to yourself? And I've heard that so many times in my life. My mistakes thrown in my face. And at one time I used to let it, wound me. Now I don't let it wound me. I use it as a strength. I use it as a reason to continue to pivot and move forward, because all I have to do is think to myself, are those people that are saying that sort of stuff, bringing up my mistakes instead of helping me level up and saying, you know what, I believe you can do it. You've learned enough in your life that you can tackle it. You will take that challenge on and you will succeed. Instead of doing that, they're trying to drag us backwards with them. They're not trying to help level us up. So the importance is change your associations. You can love people in your life and decide not to like what they stand for and represent and stop associating with them. It really is, that simple. Yes, there is some extraordinary circumstances with some family and that you won't be able to. You will run into them at specific events and different things like that. But it doesn't mean that you have to have them on your social media feeds. It doesn't mean you have to be consistently communicating with them. Just hang out with them at those social events. Family events obviously right now aren't really happening because of the pandemic, but hang out with those people in a controlled circumstance where you control the narrative. You control the outcome of what's going to happen. And if you're in a social setting and that type of person is going to always bring up mistakes that maybe you've made or other people make, don't go stand by them. If they come and talk to you, keep it very, small talk. Don't talk about a lot. If they ask you what's going on or how things are going, just look at them and say, things are fantastic. How about you? And leave it at that. Don't let those people constantly throw the mistakes in your life in your face when you're constantly trying to pivot, level up, and continue to climb, right? Just don't let it happen. Don't let those people rent space in your head any longer. Remember, mistakes are what? Mistakes are something that you can learn from. You convert and turn into a life lesson. And then that life lesson helps you create wisdom. And that wisdom and gives you and enables you to be the person that can go out and serve others and help them level, pivot, and continue to climb in their lives. Because a team of like-minded people constantly helping each other achieve and advance and climb is a team that all of us should want to be with the rest of our lives. And those that constantly just want to throw our mistakes in our face, they're wanting to help us in a different way. They're wanting to help us stay subservient and at the same level of their mindset. Does it mean they're bad people? Absolutely not. Maybe they've never been given the opportunity to level up, to climb. So give them a shot. Talk to them. Be positive. Introduce them to some networking groups, some masterminds. Try to encourage them by, leading them toward great podcasts to listen to, or a good book to read or listen to. Whatever the case may be, if you care and love for them and it's just something recent that started from them, give them a shot. But if it's a person that's constantly done it throughout your lifetime, time to cut the apron strings. Time to only associate and communicate with them when you need to because of connection with social circles where they might be there. Besides that, avoid them like you would avoid COVID. God bless you all. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Peace out. Stay safe. Travel safe. And be blessed.